And we do have some employees that have been here less than a few less than 30 days, and about 30 seconds ago I just met a new one. So I'm going to ask Mary to come up and introduce our new employees. Mary Spreitzer. Mary. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I think I have 6 more weeks for my 1-year anniversary, so then I won't be new anymore. And Diana. I didn't include Diana in the slide because she was supposed to tell you 3 interesting things about herself. So give me 3 interesting things. Come back.
3 interesting things about Diana Sharp. One is I grew up in a small town in Wisconsin called Boswell with a crosswalk like this because there's so many hills.
Some of their big notes, yeah.
Here at Marina, we built boats and motors and we fixed things, so I love to do mechanical things. The second thing is, and some people know this, I'm president of the Batavia Plainter Gardeners, and we have a wonderful wildflower sanctuary on the riverwalk downtown Batavia. So for you science people who get into wildflowers, yeah. And the third thing is, I like to sing, but you probably don't always like to hear me singing. So for those of you who need like a little group in the corner to cheer you up, we'll get together.
Thank you. All right, we do have 24 introductions to make this morning. So I don't want to prescribe your activity, but maybe if we give them like a quick welcome with applause and then save the group applause, kind of like graduation for the end, that would be great. I'm going to ask when I call your name to stand just while we give your 3 interesting facts, and then go ahead and have a seat. Betsy? You can. All right.
Need volume.
Closer? Okay. Lauren Abrahamson. Where's Lauren? There she is over here. Lauren is a new resident counselor. She has a BA in English Literature from Trinity University in San Antonio, Texas, an MA in College Student Personnel from Bowling Green State University, and her most recent position was working in admissions at the University of Chicago Booth School of Business. 3 interesting facts about Lauren. She spent 6 months backpacking in Southeast Asia this year. She teaches yoga, and she loves to read. Welcome. Moving on to Mike Abrahamson. He looks a little bit like Lauren. Also new resident counselor with a BA in English from Colgate University. Most recent position was teaching English on a Fulbright in Bratislava, Slovakia. You did it. Mike played rugby in college. He loves reading and writing humor articles, and he has a propensity for getting stuck in elevators. Welcome, Mike.
I have another interesting fact. Michael and Lauren used to live next door to me in the park.
Oh, no. All right, we get some good cat stories. Kabir Abraham is a new resident counselor. Earned a BA in philosophy from Northeastern Illinois, and his most recent position was as a martial arts instructor. Kabir is a kung fu movie enthusiast, a capoeira practitioner. I looked it up on Google. It's a martial art, and he has traveled to Israel. Welcome, Kabir. Claire Burke. There's Claire back there. Another new RC, earned her BA in music, vocal performance from Lawrence University, and most recently was a medical advocate and prevention educator at Rape Victim Advocates. Claire went on a week-long Michigan brewery tour this summer. It's going to fit right in. She pronounces Italian very well. I could use some help with some pronunciations up here today. And then she volunteered at 826 or 826 Chai, a writing and tutoring program with National Satellites. So I asked that website. It looks very cool. Cool. Thank you. Welcome, Claire. Samantha Cohen. There's Samantha over here. Another new resident counselor. Samantha earned her BS in psychology from the University of Illinois, and her most recent position was as a bookkeeper and front desk manager. Samantha studied abroad in Verona, Italy. She loves the theater and has played everything from a talking monkey to a Russian philosopher. And in her free time, she likes to bake and decorate cupcakes and has invited us all to stop by and try them. Welcome, Samantha. Robin Fisher. It's Robin here. There's Robin up there. Hi, Robin. Robin is our new SIR IPA. She has a BS in Biological Sciences from the University of Missouri at Rolla, and an MS and PhD in Biological Sciences from Northern Illinois University, and has been an adjunct faculty at Aurora University and the College of DuPage. Some interesting facts about Robin. She played the trumpet in the marching band during her undergrad years. She has been teaching science for over 10 years, and she's a national event supervisor for the Science Olympiad. Welcome, Robin. Jack Gall, over this way. Hi, Jack. Sorry, I just hit the button. There you go.
There you go.
Jack is another new resident counselor. He earned a BA from the University of Illinois in Political Science and Economics, and his most recent position was as a summer camp counselor. Jack is an excellent narrator for stories and games. He also loves the theater, and he is willing to try any game at least once. Welcome, Jack. All right, next I have Brittany Gilliland. I said that right. Brittany, over there. Brittany is a new resident counselor with a BS in elementary education with a minor in Spanish from Olivet Nazarene University, and her most recent position was teaching English in Spain. Brittany loves learning about different cultures. She enjoys traveling, and she makes some really good Rice Krispie treats. So we have some more treats to try. Welcome, Brittany. Also looking suspiciously a lot like Brittany is Kelsey Gilliland, who also is a new resident counselor, also has a BS in elementary education with a minor in Spanish from ONU, and also had the most recent position of teaching English in Spain. But they are not identical. Kelsey had perfect school attendance from kindergarten through 12. Our favorite kind of employee. She loves Spanish and learning about speaking countries, and she has traveled to Mexico, Honduras, Spain, Ireland, Amsterdam, and Morocco. Welcome, Brittany. Oh, Kelsey and Brittany. Catherine Grubbs, right over here. All right. Catherine is our new school counselor. She earned a BA in Human Development and Social Relations from Earlham College and an MA in Clinical Psychology from the Illinois School of Professional Psychology at Argosy University, and most recently was a school counselor at MAJ Hector P. Garcia Charter High School and a supervision consultant at the schools group. I have all sorts of interesting facts about Catherine, but I'm only going to give you 3 because the rest of them were provided by Dave and I don't believe them. She once worked as a beekeeper. Chocolate makes her sneeze. And she knows how to make paella. Welcome, Catherine. Adam Hanna. Where's Adam? Here's Adam. Hi, Adam. Another new resident counselor with a BS in Clinical Psychology from St. Xavier University, and most recently was a special needs classroom volunteer assistant as well as a resident assistant. Some interesting facts about Adam. He went to the Indiana Academy for Science, Mathematics, and Humanities. He helped to restructure the university website, and he has traveled to Mexico, Costa Rica, Italy, and Greece. So welcome, Adam. Marcy Kamler. There's Marcy. Hi. Another new resident counselor with a Bachelor of Music Education from Missouri State University and her most recent position was orchestra director for Springfield, Missouri Public Schools. Marcy plays the mandolin, violin, viola, and other string instruments. She worked for the Missouri Fine Arts Academy for the past 7 years, and she enjoys baking scones that few people enjoy eating, but I would enjoy eating. Little scones. Welcome, Marcy. We're about halfway through. Kevin Lynn. Kevin is a new resident counselor with a BS in Environmental Geology from the University of Illinois, and his most recent position was as a resident assistant. Kevin loves photography and the outdoors, recently graduated while traveling in Ireland, and he has touched the Earth's moho. Who knows what the Earth's moho is? I Googled that too, but I'll let you tell us, Kevin.
Part of the Earth's mantle, like the upper portion where the Cyprus, where we went to, it's one of the places we can actually touch it.
Wow, pretty cool. Welcome, Kevin. David McGovern. There's David sitting back there. Hi, David. David is one of our 2 new college and academic counselors. David has a BA in psychology from Michigan State University, an MA in psychology from Eastern Michigan University, and a master's in education in school counseling from Grand Valley State University. He most recently was a school counselor at Brock's Gap Intermediate School for Hoover City Schools in Hoover, Alabama. David has lived in 4 states. He loves photography, and he wrote a book, yet to be published, about golf. Welcome, David. And the second of our 2 new college and academic counselors, Kara Molenhouse. Kara has a BA in psychology and an applied arts in business from Taylor University, and an MS in education and counseling education with a Type 73 certificate in school counseling. Her most recent position was as a counselor at the College of DuPage. Kara was born in Saudi Arabia, where she lived until she was 12 and went to high school in London, England. She has 4 boys, 8, 13, 18, and 20. And she's related to Ingrid Bergman. Also Isabella Rossellini. There you go. All right, pretty cool. Welcome, Kara. Kirsty Montgomery. Hi, Kirsty. Kirsty's our new history and social science faculty. Kirsty has a BA in history and political science from Northwestern, an MA in social science, and an MA in history from the University of Chicago, and she's currently completing a PhD in British history from the University of Chicago. Her most recent positions include faculty at CCB Prep School of Chicago, adjunct faculty at Oakton Community College, and early modern workshop coordinator at the University of Chicago. Kirsty was a medical photographer in England prior to coming here. She's a samba dancer, and her grandmother turned 100 last month and received her letter from the Queen. Very nice. Welcome, Kirsty. Katie Mundell. There's Katie. Katie is a new resident counselor with a BA in Youth Development Studies with a minor in Organizational Leadership from North Central College, and she was most recently a resident assistant. Katie has raised over $3,000 for the American Cancer Society, selling headbands. She makes killer ice cream sundaes, and she enjoys doing arts and crafts in her spare time. Welcome, Katie. Olena Prince. Olena is the new resident counselor with a BS in economics with a minor in business administration from Northern Illinois University, and most recently was a resident counselor for the Office of Pre-Collegiate Programs. Olena is a member of Zeta Phi Beta sorority, always smiling, and has to sneeze at least 3 times. Does chocolate make you sneeze? Okay, all right. Welcome, Olena. Remersma. There we go. Welcome, Daniel. Daniel is another new resident counselor. He earned his MA in Higher Education and Student Affairs from the University of Iowa, and he was most recently a graduate assistant at the University of Iowa. Daniel once had pi memorized to over 200 places. He rode 100 miles in one day when in the 7th grade, and he is a geocacher. Welcome, Daniel. Our next introduction is really not a new employee, but a change of status employee, Emily Seitz. Where's Emily at? Oh, the library's crying. Emily is our new director of choral music and fine arts IPA. She has a BM in vocal performance from Millikan University and MM in vocal performance from Northern Illinois. And her most recent positions included circulation and interlibrary loan assistant at IMSA IRC and voice instruction. Emily enjoys camping, yoga, and salsa dancing. Congratulations, Emily. Michael Smeltzer. Hi, Michael. Michael may look familiar to some of you. He's our new resident counselor and IMSA alum from 2007. Michael has a BA in Russian language and philosophy from St. Olaf College, and his most recent position was as a translating intern in Russia. I tried it, I couldn't do it. Michael loves to rock climb, but is afraid of heights. Plays the trombone, and is an avid volleyball player. Welcome back, Michael. Yin Chun Wang. Did I do that right? Good morning, welcome. Our new Mandarin Chinese faculty has a BA in Public Finance from the National Cheng Chi University, Taipei, Taiwan, and an MBA in Finance from the University of Maryland. And most recently was the Chinese as a foreign language director at Good Deeds Academy. She's a master cook in Indian food and specially is aloo paratha. All right. A voracious reader of young adult fiction. Her favorite author is Grave Mercy. Is that correct? Is it an author or a series? All right. And she scrapbooks regularly. So we'll get some pointers. Welcome. And Audrey Yates. Hello, Audrey. Audrey is a new resident counselor with a BFA in photography from Bradley University. Her most recent position was as an office manager at a photography studio. Audrey studied photography in Italy for 2 weeks. She lived on a farm, crop pig and Christmas tree, and she loves baking, another baker. So welcome, Audrey. And then I don't believe here with us today, Amber Wozniak. Amber's not with us today, but she is our new adjunct German faculty member. She has a BA in German from Michigan State University and an MA in German literature from the University of Iowa. Most recent positions include adjunct German faculty at Harper, substitute teacher for Township High School District 211 and Lake Park High School. And Amber plays the violin, loves to cook, especially with her Dutch oven, and lived in Germany during the 2006 and 10 World Cups. So when you have a chance to meet Amber, please welcome her. All right, look at there. We got through the list. So by the numbers, we had 24 introductions here, 16 resident counselors, 1 IPA, 2 college and academic counselors, 4 new faculty, and then 1 school counselor. Let's see, I took some notes here. We had 5 psychology degrees. That was probably the most common out of all of them. Many of our new employees are multilingual. They bake, they cook, they play instruments. They're world travelers, they're martial artists, photographers, samba and salsa dancers, athletes, and siblings, even one set of twins. So one thing that they do all have in common is that they all want to join us in making things better and doing good work here at IMSA. But before we stop, I'd like them all to stand one more time as a group. And if we could give them a warm welcome. Warm welcome. All right, thank you. And then, excuse me, I don't want to minimize any of the work that any of us have done this summer in preparing for the new and for PFS continuing academic year, but I do want to just kind of give a special shout out to Steve Zant, because another thing that all of those new employees have in common is that Steve was responsible for coordinating the recruiting and the hiring of all of them, and that was an awesome task over these short summer months. So thank you, Steve.